We are at T-minus 2 hours.
SpaceX, seats are in the launch position.
All right, hello. We're back for a crew launch. These are rare. I have not streamed in a while, so if I suck at this, you know why. Hi, I'm Starship24. You all know me, hopefully by now. I guess we can talk about a little. Also, yes, I'm not going to be on my own for this. We will hopefully have some other people joining us in a few hours, but I will be here by myself for now. But we will go ahead and talk about what the Axiom 2 mission is, what booster's flying, where it's going, and what this mission hopes to accomplish. And there was also a very, very special thing that will be happening with this booster on today's mission that I'll get into in just a few minutes. Today's booster is B-1080, the first ever booster in the 1080 series to fly. This will be Dragon Capsule Freedom flying for its second time. It first flew on the Crew 4 mission on April 27th of 2022. Axiom 2 is the second private mission to the space station, and it's going up there to do cool things. Something cool about this mission is that Booster B-1080 will be the first ever booster on a crewed mission to do a RTLS, or return to launch site landing attempt. Now, this will be cutting it very close with today's propellant margins, but the booster recovery is just a secondary part of the mission. It is not the main part, so if the booster is not successful, that is okay. We are, we are just about 2 hours and 20 minutes away from liftoff of Axiom 2. A very exciting time in space flight, yes.
It will be...
I do have NASA Spaceflight on in the background here on a separate screen, so I'll have that down real low on the audio.
Thanks, Kate.
In the back.
I'll put two in a second. What were you going to say?
So, we are launching from Launch Complex 39A today, and also thank you to the viewers from NASA Spaceflight, Spaceflight Now, and SpaceX. We do have this camera here also that we can use in the bottom left there. So that'll also be quite nice to have. It's a nice wide angle shot. We will have all of these views for liftoff, which will be nice. And then if you look right there from the top left, that is the Starship countdown clock that we had for Starship OFT1 just 31 days ago now. So, but we can get rid of that. I need to get rid of that soon, actually. But yes. Oh, why is that like that also? Take that down, please. And then we can put this here. Working on that. Okay, that looks good. So, top left we have a view, the close-up view. Bottom, or excuse me, top right, we have a wide-angle view from the same angle. Bottom left we have a SpaceX view. And bottom right, we have a pad shot, which hopefully won't die, but has a good chance of that it possibly might die at liftoff, which will not be good. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. We are just about 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 30 seconds away from liftoff of Axiom 2, the second private commercial mission to the International Space Station. This is an amazing drone shot here from SpaceX. We will full screen this for a second. It's an amazing view there from SpaceX. Not bad, SpaceX. Alright, let's bring that back down into its corner. Wow. Great views from SpaceX. You can see there on the bottom left, I guess on SpaceX's view there, you have two cameras. You have one inside of the Crew Dragon Capsule Freedom, and then we do have another view on just the side of the crew access tower, that black structure next to the vehicle, they're looking at the crew arm and dragon. I believe that will be one of our liftoff shots today from SpaceX. The crew, if you don't know what the crew access tower is and the crew access arm, they are the things that literally allow the crew to ingress into the rocket and the spacecraft. And thank you to the 6 viewers watching. That's a lot for me. Yeah, and also something good about this mission is that this is a brand new Falcon 9 first stage booster. This is very rare for Falcon 9. This does not happen too often. Normally we see a booster with normally 3 or 4 flights or more. This is a brand new Falcon 9 booster, B-1080, flying for the very first time. Exciting times. You can see there the ninjas, which are basically just SpaceX's people that help them ingress and egress the crew from the spacecraft, which is Crew Dragon today. Crew Dragon Endeavor flying, or excuse me, Crew Dragon Freedom flying for its second time. We also do underway, or excuse me, yeah, as you can see on the bottom left corner of your screen, which we will full screen now, we have hatch closure. Now, there has been a few times on Crew Dragon, of course they switch it right when I full screen, but that's okay. But so in the past on Crew Dragon, we have seen them have some issues with foreign object debris getting in the way of them closing the door. We'll see if they do have any issues with that today or not. I hope not, but sometimes it happens. So, it could be worse, but they do have about a 1 hour-ish threshold to fix any issues before they are out of time and they have to scrub for the day. But hopefully, we don't have any issues. This specific Dragon capsule in its first flight did not have any issues, so let's hope that happens again and this flight goes off today. So, we will have to hope and see. Oh. Okay, also, I did forget to do this, but we can go ahead and get the audio going.
Yeah, they are really inspecting that side hatch to ensure that we get a good seal there. Very similar to the suit leak checks that we just performed, we will do a leak check on that side hatch where we inflate the seal around the hatch. Again, to a certain pressure for a certain amount of time. We monitor that pressure for any decay or pressure loss. And
SpaceX Dragon, we are ready for the closeout team to close the hatch.
As you just heard there, they are ready
SpaceX
for
copies.
the closeout team to close the hatch. So
I think that's a
another good
very
step
polite
there
way of
towards
saying it's time for them to go so we can go to space.
So we will go ahead and cut that audio off for now. I will update y'all if there is anything that is happening in the background. And I will cut away from NASA Spaceflight's view on this other screen, and I will pull up Axiom 2 mission control audio. If you just give me 1 second, I will keep y'all updated on what is happening here in the background. Something exciting that I guess I will announce now is that I will be going to Florida soon. So there may be a possible on-location live stream of a Falcon 9 launch, which will be very cool. And I may also be going again to Florida for Falcon Heavy in July. So we might have 2 on-location streams from Florida. I'm not promising that these will happen. I've never done an on-location stream before, but yeah, just prepare yourself if that does continue to be a thing, and it could happen. I think it would be something cool to do. I'll make an attempt. It might not happen. It might happen. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm currently trying to get mission control audio if I can find it. There we go. AX-2 mission control audio. Alright.
Core loud and clear. Ground station comm check complete.
I don't know if y'all heard that in the background, but ground station comm check complete. Lots of great steps towards liftoff, but I'm going to get off commentary until about 1 hour and 30 minutes when things start to get real, and I will be on stream most likely up until then. So for now, enjoy the views and enjoy listening to the audio.
some of the international partnerships that are helping the Artemis program?
Well, we have some 15 partners that have, if not built, are certainly participating in the International Space Station. And this, of course, is a huge structure, 120 yards long. You think from one goalpost to the other goalpost in a football stadium. That's how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very much, you're seeing the results of that public-private partnership here. Another example is look at the phenomenal success of SpaceX as a means of getting to and from the space station. So when we shut down the space shuttle a dozen years ago, now we rely on a private company to go to the International Space Station. In this case, it's SpaceX. In July, it will be Boeing as well.
Mm-hmm. Any words to the AX-2 crew today?
Well, first of all, I wish I were with you. And secondly, Godspeed to all of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Administrator, and I hope you enjoyed today's launch.
Thanks.
And so, again, we were talking a little bit about the Artemis program. Did you know that NASA and Axiom Space are also working together to design the suits our astronauts will wear when they land on the moon in the next few years? Here's a sneak peek at what those suits will look like. This is a prototype of what astronauts will wear when they land on the moon for Artemis 3. While this prototype is black with blue and orange detailing, the real moonwalking suits will be white to reflect heat and keep astronauts safe from extreme temperatures. NASA selected Axiom Space to design, develop, and certify the suits. They will fit a broad range of crew members, men and women, accommodating at least 90% of the U.S. population.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon suits worn by Apollo 11 astronauts in 1969 had a bulky life support system. The new Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Units, or AX-EMUs, will have range of motion and flexibility needed to explore the lunar South Pole. They will give astronauts the capability to access, live, and work on the moon. Future versions could even have avionics. Astronauts will start training with the spacesuits later this year. That's a look at your Artemis Moon Minute.
While the International Space Station has been a valuable asset for space research and exploration, the rise of commercial spaceflight is opening new doors. Those benefiting from the new opportunities range from small commercial entities all the way to national space agencies. This expansion of participation in space is enabling a more diverse and inclusive space industry with a much wider range of perspectives, ideas, and expertise. Additionally, the competitive nature of commercial activities means the cost of participating is falling, and there are more participants to share those costs and the risks. Expanding access to space also promotes innovation and scientific and technological progress, benefiting humanity as a whole. For a long time, the conversation has been about someday having private space flights, and someday we'll have private astronauts. And while there's a lot of room to grow from that someday is now. Low Earth orbit is more accessible than ever before as space research and technology enter a new era. Companies like Axiom Space are expanding this access, and young space agencies like the Saudi Space Commission now have a path to achieve their goals in low Earth orbit. At Kennedy Space Center is Axiom Space's Director of Digital Strategy, Sonia Gavankar-McKay, and with her is a member of the Saudi Space Commission to talk about their goals for this mission. Sonia?
Thanks so much, Duke. As you mentioned, I'm joined by Ahmed Al-Ghafali of the Saudi Space Commission, but also Axiom Space's Chief Revenue Officer, Tejpal Bhatia. And I'm going to jump right in here because we're so close to launch time. This is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's second flight into space. The first was in 1985 on the STS-51G. What does this mission mean for the nation and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
I believe that the kingdom has gone a long way since 1985. So many satellites have been launched ever since. So many payloads have been developed ever since. A lot of research were conducted related to space. Payloads conducts a lot of components that we've done that could be used for space and other sectors. So that's a long way since that time. And here we are today, just an hour away from this historical mission that will carry 2 Saudi astronauts for the first time to the International Space Station. However, I do believe that it's not only Saudi that has gone a long way. I looked at so many research and so many financial forecasts that suggest that within the past 20 years, 60% of the investment in space only happened within the past 2 or 3 years. So there is a momentum, and we want to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. Tejpal, your efforts with KSA and the efforts that Axiom Space puts into this mission allow for a vision for so much in low Earth orbit. What can Axiom Space really do to help nations like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and so many others achieve their goals?
Thanks, Sonia. When I think about what we're doing with the kingdom, from the first time I met Ahmed, my definition of the word partner has fundamentally changed and evolved. From when this was an idea and started formulating as a mission to execution, we had to overcome a lot of challenges, and these are things that are being done for the first time in human history. And what I've seen in our relationship is that definition of partnership to overcome those problems and make these things a reality are enormous. And what is happening in this situation is, while we are enabling the kingdom to get to the International Space Station, the kingdom is enabling us to see our vision of providing access to all nations in the world and increasing the cadence of astronauts from every nation to go up into low Earth orbit.
That's wonderful. This astronaut program is new for the kingdom. How has this process evolved through this year? Are you seeing that it's exponentially growing like the infrastructure is?
Of course. I mean, when we started this program about a year ago with this collaboration with Axiom, the first thing that we started is for the process of the selection, which is one of the main and major milestones to achieve any successful program like that. So we built our program for the selection based on the best practices that we developed together, based on the benchmarks from NASA, for instance. However, that's only a part of it. Then comes to, if you want to build a program, you want to make sure that all the enablers are in place, especially when it comes to the infrastructure, and also for the right people with the right competencies to be able to run such a complex program. So we've been building for the past year, utilizing this project as a vehicle to train, to get those people with the right competencies, not only to do the training for the astronaut corps, but also you want to, even for the media, for the finance, for the legal, for the R&D, for the integration. All of it is a part of this secret recipe to get a successful program. And this is only the start, so we're going to keep building and enhancing this program till we get to the point that is optimum.
Excellent. Tejpal, as we have only about 1 minute left, what's it like working with individuals versus nations? What's the difference in that relationship like for Axiom Space?
Yeah, so, trying to compare a private astronaut with a national astronaut is like asking me to compare my children. Luckily, I only have one child, so I'm prepared to do this. Let's start with what's the same. Each of these individuals on this mission right now are pioneers. Very few people in human history have been to the International Space Station. Today, we're going to see 3 more join. And each individual represents their country and humanity, and they're going to inspire girls and boys all over the world today and moving forward. The big difference is with the kingdom seeing this more as a program.
Right.
When we were inspired as kids, I'll speak about myself, coming here with my parents or seeing the shuttle program, it was a long time before it became a reality. Right. And what we're going to see with the kingdom is this happening more and more as we go forward.
And as they say, the sky is the limit for this partnerships, the opportunities for nations, individuals to grow together. Thank you to both of you for joining me. And we're getting so close to launch, so I'll let you get back to it as we toss it back to Hawthorne, where I'm sure you're feeling the anticipation. It's getting so exciting out there. What does it feel like to you? And I know John I is out there as well.
Well, thank you, Sonia. And yes, it's a time where the energy is increasing, especially we're inside of 47 minutes to launch. Currently, the SpaceX launch director is checking with the Dragon mission director, make sure that the Dragon ground team is ready to begin propellant loading in just over 10 minutes from now. SpaceX launch director is also electronically polling the 7 members of the SpaceX launch team for their go to load propellant and launch. Now, once we get that go, when we get green lights across the board here on the procedure, the launch director will then come back and make a series of announcements. They'll talk about the control room, what to do during the countdown, as well as protocols for hold and launch escape. Coming up on 46 minutes, they're continuing to get the goes from the team electronically. We're waiting to hear the launch director give those instructions. That ought to come within the next minute. Now, once we get through the instructions, that will give the clearance to retract the crew access arm. That will then set up for arming of the launch escape system, and that will take us into propellant load itself. That'll begin at T-minus 35 minutes. You can see on the monitor the crew on the right-hand side. They're getting ready for their final directions here. On the left side, we've got the Dragon capsule, the crew access arm.
Poll is complete, and the team is ready for crew access arm retract, propellant load, and launch. Reminder for control room lockdown for all operators in Mission Control and Firing Room 4. Both control rooms will go into lockdown at T-minus 45 minutes, which is now, and remain in that state until the launch escape system is disarmed. All operators remain at their console and maintain a sterile cockpit until MD confirms successful disarming of the launch escape system following orbital insertion or propellant offload in the event of a scrub. Reminder on hold and launch escape protocol. For non-urgent no-go conditions, brief CE or LD, and they will approve aborting the countdown. For urgent issues affecting the safety of the operation, operators shall call hold on the countdown net. Launch control will abort launch immediately and proceed into the launch abort auto sequence. At T-minus 10 seconds, launch control will be hands-off and relying on automated abort criteria. I'll advise launch director whether structural breakup or fire is imminent or occurring for Dragon manual escape flight rules. Finally, regarding leak-through on the first stage ACS isolation valve, we will manually monitor the pressure in the manifold. Stage 1 will assess and at T-minus 35 seconds indicate whether the pressure rise is within the predicted range. If it is not, Stage 1 will call a hold on the countdown net. Are there any questions? Hearing no questions, launch control, you may proceed with arming the crew arm for movement.
We're go to proceed with propellant load.
Crew access arm retraction has
and
started.
The crew access arm, Kate, it's going to begin retracting. We're getting into that next dynamic phase where a lot of events start happening over the next 10 minutes. Now, while we wait for the arm to begin moving, currently Falcon 9 Dragon continue to be go. Obviously, we've completed the poll. The range continues to be go for launch. They're monitoring clearance area around the pad. And there goes the arm beginning to move, the view from on top of the fixed service structure. And the weather continues to be acceptable for launch as we get ever closer. Nice view from the camera inside the white room as the arm moves away from Dragon.
The clock continues to tick down. We're now at T-minus 42 minutes mark on the dot.
Crew access arm retraction is complete.
As you just heard there, that crew access arm is now completely stowed. It is now in the launch position, of course necessary in order to clear the way for Falcon 9 to lift off. Now, next up, we'll hear the call out that the launch escape system is going to be armed, and from there, we'll hear that Falcon 9 propellant load will also begin.
Dragon, SpaceX, you are go for Section 6. Close visors and arm launch escape system.
Copy. Go for Section 6.
We saw our AX-2 crew members exit the brand new suit-up room located in the Falcon Support Building just about 3 hours ago. They also got their tablets.
And SpaceX Dragon. Visors are closed, and we're arming the launch escape system now.
Those tablets provide them with all the information they'll need for the mission. You see them attached to their left legs. Shortly after that point, the crew took one last ride in the Teslas to Launch Pad 39A, ascended the fixed service structure, signed the white
Hola, amigos. Oh, that's loud. Hola, amigos, and welcome back to Asa Live. Today, we are watching the launch of AX-2 from Launch Complex 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And today, I am on Starship 24 stream, and Starship 24 is on my stream.
Hi, I'm a starship that's in the bottom of the Gulf.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
Been dead for a while.
A month.
That's a while.
It does not feel like a month since that rocket is launched.
And we're already off topic.
Well, I mean, there's Starship on the screen, so we're not off topic. Well, for my screen, the Starship Tower.
Well, I'm trying to figure something out here.
Do we want to talk about what this mission is and what booster's flying?
Hold on. My audio is broken.
We've had an abort on ASA audio.
Okay, it's back. Yeah, what booster's flying today?
Give me 20 seconds to open my phone and my notes.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15,
it's
14.
breaking. I need another 20 seconds. I need another 20.
12.
Never mind.
19,
okay, I found it.
10.
I found
9. 0. Okay.
So, this mission will be the first flight of a Saudi Arabian female astronaut. Well, actually, I'll talk about that thing in a minute. Today's booster flying is B-1080. This is the first series of the B-1080 boosters to fly, or the first booster in the B-1080 series. This capsule previously launched the Crew 4 mission back on Wednesday, April 27th, 2022 at 3:52 a.m. Eastern Time. This mission is literally basically going to accomplish the same things that Axiom 1 did in May of last year. Just do them better, faster, and a lot cooler. This mission will be lasting about 3 days longer than Actually, no, this mission will be shorter than the last one because Axiom 1 had to get delayed a few days for splashdown because of weather. But this mission is expected to be on orbit for roughly 10 days, plus or minus a week probably. Or it's actually... Never mind, disregard that sentence. Flying from Launch Complex 39A at Florida. Do I want to talk about the cool booster thing that's happening?
Okay.
Stage 1 cryohelium load has started.
And also, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but Stage 1 cryogenic propellant load has started.
Could definitely hear it.
This is going to be the first time that a Falcon 9 booster will attempt to return to the launch site on a crew mission. If this one is successful with this crew launch, this will be the normal flight profile for future crew missions. And CRS missions are doing just the opposite and starting to land on drone ships even more now. So that's fun. Liftoff is targeted at 5:37 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will stay like that because this is an instantaneous launch window.
Yeah, I hope it's successful because RTLSs are pretty cool.
If there, this is Falcon 9, so I highly doubt a failure, but if there was going to be a booster mishap on a landing on this mission, it would probably be this one, because they are cutting their propellant margins extremely close.
Yeah, and as they said earlier in the stream, the actual sequence of relights for the RTLS today will be very, different. We will be doing a 313, which is not normal. So that means that 3 engines will relight for the boost back burn, which will bring it back to the launch site. 1 engine will relight for the entry burn, which protects the rocket from all the heat from reentry, and then 3 engines again for the landing burn. Normally it's 3-3-1, I'm pretty sure, for a mission like this.
Well, the boost back burn would only be 3, and then we'll go 1 to 3 on the entry, and then 1 for the landing burn.
So 3-3-1.
Yeah.
Ian, the space nerd, did it scrub yet? No. I hope it doesn't.
Oh, this booster is also flying for its first time, and this boost back burn is going to be extremely long for a Falcon 9, about 70 to 75 seconds.
If anyone in the chat has a question such as, do you remember me? I remember all of you. Cough, cough, Silver Moon, cough, cough.
I guess the only really similarity to somewhat of how this engine configuration would work would be the last transporter mission from Vandenberg. That's the mission they tested this engine sequence on.
Yeah, and they also had the goofy MVAC nozzle on that mission.
It's bad. Also, speaking of that nozzle, all CRS missions will now use that nozzle.
No!
I know.
Currently, T-minus 27 minutes and 40 seconds. Our countdown is finally synced with reality.
I don't have a countdown.
Yeah, that's because you're bad.
Shut up, man.
Okay. The crew ingressed about, what was it, 2.5 hours ago?
Roughly.
And the crew access arm retracted about 20 minutes ago.
For any launch viewing, this mission, if it was a jellyfish or at night, would be flying up the East Coast, but SpaceX and space station launch window times decided, let's make this in the daytime, just before sunset, so most likely only people in Florida will be able to see this mission.
Yay! I don't live there.
I live 14 hours from there.
I live at, okay. I forgot.
For anyone who doesn't know, Falcon 9 normally, I guess this is off topic, Falcon 9 is normally...
Oh god.
What?
Okay. So they've been off the rocket for a little bit. We have frost on it now.
Oh, yes, vapors. So the next event coming up would be the T-minus 20-minute event, and after that starts, that will signify they are purging the lines and getting ready to start loading propellants into the second stage. I was about to say this is a little off topic from the mission, but Falcon 9 normally stands with the fairing 70 meters. I believe with the Dragon it's about 68 meters tall.
Only 1 meter would have made all the difference.
It is just a tiny bit shorter with Dragon.
Indeed.
I have an amazing shot right now of a drone view on my end.
What stream are you using?
SpaceX stream.
Well, I'm using SpaceX stream.
Oh, mine must be a little behind then. It was an epic drone view. Actually, I have like a bagillion different camera views, so.
Oh.
What else should we talk about the Falcor 9?
About the Falcor 9?
Also, update, Stage 2 helium load has just started, which that gets loaded into the COPVs to contain pressure inside of the LOX and kerosene tanks on the second stage.
And for anyone who doesn't know what a COPV is, that is a composite overwrap pressure vessel, which, as Starship 24 said, will keep pressure in all the tanks at the correct levels.
And as Booster 7 on Starship's orbital flight test showed, they did not work anyway.
No. Oh, booster person, can we get how many, or can we get what flight of Falcon 9 this will be? Like, how many flights before it, and what flight will this be?
This will be the Falcon 9's 227th mission.
That's a lot.
Indeed.
And, which, if it succeeds, what landing will this be?
205th Falcon recovery attempt if successful.
That's okay.
Keep in mind,
that's a lot.
Keep in mind, USSF 44, which was literally, I believe, wasn't that back on November 1st of last year?
Yep, November 1st.
Keep in mind, at that time, the side boosters landing, that was the 150th and 151st recovery attempts, and we're already at 205.
It's ridiculous. And you can see Crew Dragon Freedom there, which is this its second flight?
Yep, it first flew on Crew 4 last year.
You can see the Axiom Space logo on there because this isn't a ISS mission for NASA. It's an ISS mission for Axiom Space.
You can also see an epic view of the greatest rocket ever's tower in the background.
Oh my god, I knew you would.
Should we talk about the baby chopsticks?
No.
So the next major event, I would say, coming up in roughly 3 or 4-ish minutes or so is the T-minus 20-minute event. Like I said, when that starts, that means they're purging the lines and preparing for stage 2 prop load to start.
And then after, oh god, they're doing this again. And then after that, I think it's around 8 minutes, the next big milestone, which is engine chill startup.
Roughly, yeah.
And that is like their safe point.
Oh, are these graphics new from like after Starship?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because Starship had graphics like exactly like this.
They weren't good. I mean, what?
Falcon 9s look so much better.
The Starship ones looked like they were made by the intern. Hi, Owen.
Oh, hello, Owen.
What is happening?
Rocket.
We're talking. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what Owen's doing.
Oh, look, it's the second stage in Jishin.
Ooh, whoa.
That's exactly what it looks like.
I'm very concerned about this booster landing.
I don't know how to feel.
It's weird.
What the?
What?
That looks wrong.
The boost back?
Yes.
Mine is still at stage set. Mine's very behind.
Lol.
Shut up, man. Or, I guess, also, for anyone who doesn't know what the black box structure to, I guess, from, I guess on both of our views, to the right of the rocket, that is the crew access tower. That literally does what it does. It allows the crew to access the rocket from a tower.
Whoa.
And then that structure thing sticking just to the left of the crew access tower is the crew access arm that also does what it signifies in the name. It allows the crew to access the rocket from an arm sticking off the tower.
It allows the crew to access the arm?
I mean, it allows the crew to access the rocket. Yeah, Ian, I'm also kind of hoping for in-flight abort. It'll be cool to see that.
No, I think he means a different kind of abort. We should have that 20-minute vent in probably 15 seconds.
Roughly.
Is that it?
That is indeed the T-minus 20-minute event. So that means they are now purging the lines out of the transporter erector, which is the white stick-like structure just to the left of the rocket that supplies ground, electrical, and data connections from the vehicle back to mission control to SpaceX so they can make sure everything's going good. Once this vent stops, that means that stage 2 prop load will have begun.
And that will be... Huh?
Stage 2 RP1.
Can you imagine somebody with a lighter in a tower?
I should probably put mission control audio on.
Stage 2 RP1 load has completed.
Hi, Kate Tice. It just started.
No, it was...
Starship.
That's what... I'm joking, because it looks like... Alright, let me get mission control audio.
Whoa, the rocket blew up.
Stop. We've done good this whole thing, we can't ruin it now.
T-minus 69 seconds.
Stop! Oh, God.
Everything continuing to go well on the countdown of Axiom 2 to the space station.
Alright, mission control audio is now on the stream.
19 minutes. I thought it was like 3 hours away.
It is.
Okay.
Flight director is go for flight.
Stop! No!
IDOT does not like flight director.
No, I don't.
What if they say flight director on this stream?
I will cry. So upon liftoff, for my stream, I will turn up the audio on the SpaceX stream so you can hear liftoff, and then I'll turn it down so the real audio can come in.
Indeed.
I don't think I like this guy.
T-minus 70 minutes, 52 seconds, everything proceeding normally.
That's a fat vent, jeez.
Okay, this will be Falcon 9's 23rd launch in the 20th week of the year.
That's scary.
That'll put them on track for a launch number somewhere in like the 80s.
That's pretty close to what they want.
Back at the beginning of the year when we put that thing down in notes saying what launch number would they get, I said 86, and that's like...
Oh my god.
What?
And you're right again.
Yeah. No, so there was actually at one point where they were on track to hit exactly 86 launches.
I don't like this game.
But they're on target to hit somewhere between like 81 and like 88, I think. I said 86, so I was like around the middle.
Can you see the heat shield on Crew Dragon?
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was the heat shield.
Yeah, if you look just under the capsule, or if you see the black part just under the capsule and then the white part just next to it, and then look in between, you'll see it like a silver part, that is the heat shield.
Stage 2 lock load has begun, and that marks the end of the 20-minute vent.
So the next time we'll see that vent is around T-minus 3 minutes when the purging of the ground lines begins.
And the call out for that will be GSC valve closeouts.
If anyone was wondering also, Crew Dragon's heat shield is very different to Starship's. Crew Dragon uses an ablative one-piece heat shield, and Starship uses a multi-segmented heat shield.
I don't think anyone was wondering.
Well, they don't have to wonder anymore.
Wow.
I was wondering.
Exactly, see?
Also, new news that came out about an hour ago. Tropics 3 has been delayed again, and it is now targeting May 25th, 2023 at 12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Why does Rocket Lab always pick these goofy odd times?
I don't know.
Rocket Lab people, I swear.
Okay.
So, see, if they were launching from Wallops, both of them would have launched by now.
Totally. T-minus 15 minutes.
Unless they were launching from Gargoyle Point, then, you know.
No, stop. No. No, stop.
We can't bring up Gargoyle Point.
We can't ruin this stream.
Should we pull up the picture?
No, you definitely shouldn't.
You can see the next milestone coming up now. You can see it about to the right of the progress bar on the SpaceX stream. It says engine chill. A few minutes after engine chill, we will have strong back retraction. That's also called the TE, or transporter erector, and that will be in preparation for liftoff of the Axiom 2 crew.
Okay, I'll stop.
You made me lose 3 viewers.
Oh. At least it's not as bad as you know.
That one stream.
Yes. Was it H2?
It was.
Anyway.
I remember Axiom 2, or actually Axiom 1 very well for some reason.
Because nobody liked him.
Indeed. That was the one launch where it flew in front of the American flag.
We're getting a launch status update.
We are in a hold. I think the main concern is... I think the main concerns would probably be clouds and wind.
All right, Peggy. We are still tracking no issues.
No, it. Ah!
Like I just said, a cloud.
I'm going to be asleep in 12 minutes. Just launch now.
Oh, and you need to stay up for the booster landing.
Good readback. And just
Booster, what?
If the cloud's moving fast enough, they'll scrub.
I hope so.
I have a feeling they're going to. Can we delay this launch till like October or something for a jellyfish, please?
Alright, so there are no issues on the vehicle, but they are tracking a cloud that could cause a hold and therefore a scrub for the mission, but let's like launch, so
Yeah, it just needs to hold off for 12 minutes.
Callie in my chat, I would like to let you know that we actually lost 2 today and just gained 1 back, so
Liftoff of Falcon 9 carrying GPS 6-9.
Stop. No. Don't even. No.
I said.
Anyway.
If you know, you know.
Stop. Anyway. And you can see Starship 24 and Booster 7 stacked on the Starship Tower at LC-39A behind. No, never mind.
I'm dead. Be quiet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I made it to the Gulf of Mexico.
Good job.
My sister ship 20, nothing.
What about 25?
Yeah.
You might do something.
I hope it flies.
Okay.
I'm really
under
excited.
T-minus 10 minutes now.
I'm really excited for when they start launching Starship from here. Can this launch like hold for 3 hours?
So as they just said, this is going to be the second flight of Crew Dragon Freedom.
Indeed. Enjoy. IDOT, would you enjoy the ride if you were on this capsule?
Yeah.
Bob and Doug on Demo 2 in 2020 said that the ride was so smooth they thought they didn't even launch.
That's kind of scary. And this is why liquid-fueled rockets are good.
Let's have solid rocket anyway, though.
Stop. We know what happened with that in 19...
Let's put solid rocket boosters on Falcon.
No, we're not making Delta 4 medium. Anyway.
Let's make Delta 4 9.
No. Okay, I guess... No, I guess my time for engine chill was wrong. Is it at 7 minutes?
7 minutes, yes.
I mean, I was pretty close.
Actually, you were not close
Stop.
at all. You were a minute and 30 seconds off.
No.
Actually, yes.
Actually, please don't ruin the stream, no.
I said
Stop.
I believe
you need to stop.
If this launch is successful, this should bring Falcon 9's success rate to 99%.
And keep it at 100% for Block 5.
Yeah. Falcon.
Never had a failure.
He said Falcon super heavy.
Yeah, no.
Somebody made a render of Starship with 5 Falcon 9 strapped to the side with SRBs.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Wait, what? With SR? Okay. Falcon 9 Stage 2 feels smaller when there's a dragon on top.
I know. Well, it's because Dragon's smaller. And Dragon makes Falcon shorter, so that's why.
We should have engine... There you go. Engine chill has started.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm always right and you're wrong.
ST to the F to the... Okay.
Demonetize.
I'm not monetized.
Falcon 9 stands 50 meters tall.
Wow.
Engine chill has hold.
Stop it.
Ow, I accidentally just cut myself with scissors.
Deserved. Alright, so in amount of time that I won't try to guess, we should have strong back retraction.
The cloud has got...
Wait, I got it. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yay.
Actually, 4 minutes 45.
Literally, that's the same number. Upload wrapping up on the Falcon 9. Oh, I just switched through 3 accents. Propload wrapping up on the Falcon 9, getting ready for liftoff of Axiom 2, our favorite mission.
The cloud has gotten ever so much closer to Florida. Or Kennedy Space Center.
Okay. I haven't heard anything about it, though.
Yeah.
Countdown advised there is a cloud.
Please advise,
anyway.
Please advise we are in a hole.
No.
Why?
Because I said so.
Aww.
Strong back retract coming up in just a few moments here.
I hope they don't do the same thing they did on USS F-67 and only open one of the clamps at first.
I thought that was goofy, so I don't really mind it.
Normally on Dragon missions, when the TE retracts, we're able to see Dragon rocking back and forth a little bit.
Tanks are pressurizing for strong back retraction.
That'll happen at 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
And it doesn't happen at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, look!
What?
It's gonna happen at 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
No, it's not.
You should have those clamps on the second stage retract right about now.
Actually, it's gonna happen at 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
That already passed and it hasn't happened yet. Anyway, why are we competing on who's got the right time? Anyway, the clamps are now retracting. There you go. Oh, it's doing the USS F-67 thing, I think.
Ah, poopy.
One's going faster.
But it's gonna actually start retracting at 4 minutes.
It hasn't started retracting yet.
Shut up, man.
And it should go right about now. Not. There it goes.
I told you, 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Did I just see Falcon 9 like shift?
Yeah, it rocks back and forth.
I don't like that. That reminds me of the final Ship 24 stacking. Alright, well we are now retracting, so that means we are even closer to liftoff, and probably we're going to liftoff if we're retracting the strong back.
Keep in mind that Crew 6 had the TE retract, but it still did not launch first attempt.
Hey. Stage 1 LOX load complete. As you can see, geez.
My stream is like 20 seconds behind.
Your stream is poopy.
Indeed. It's 30 seconds behind. Why?
Dragon on on internal power and in terminal count.
English, my guy? Oh, wait, actually, that makes sense, because SpaceX's stream. Okay, well, I'll keep the SpaceX stream up until, like, 30 seconds, then we'll switch to space flight now.
What the?
What?
What? Oh, that was the tower. It's raining onto the camera. Okay.
I thought that was rain.
Yeah, okay. We are go for launch. T-minus 2 minutes. Next milestone is startup, and then after that, 15 seconds later, we should get the LD go for launch call out, which means we are fully go for launch. And then after that, our only aborts will be auto aborts if they happen.
Am I the only one that thought it was pouring rain?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like, why have they not called a scrub?
Stop.
Why did my quality go to, like, -P?
It's loud venting time.
My quality went to, like, -P.
Negative poop. Oh, okay, I'll stop.
Okay, the SpaceX stream is going.
There's closeouts going on the strong back there.
And you can also see the crew arm on the left there, just to the left of the rocket, I guess, about to retract at liftoff.
And Falcon 9 is in startup.
The Falcon 9 is ready for flight.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Okay, what, 50 seconds for my stream? The SpaceX stream is going bye-bye.
We are go for launch.
We're go from the LD. Dragon's in countdown. Hold.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Idor, you ready?
20.
Alright, SpaceX stream, you're going bye-bye now.
T-minus 30 seconds.
15 seconds.
30 for me.
T-minus 10.
That's for ASA stream, not mine. Ignition.
T-minus 15.
And liftoff.
T-minus 10.
Liftoff! First attempt of AX-2.
7, 6, 5,
Woohoo.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And
Now, question, how quick is this thing going into the clouds? Okay, does, like, the spaceflight now, like, not track the rocket?
Oh, we're getting some good rumble from this. Wow.
Orbit, Ad Astra, and Godspeed AX-2.
Plus 30 seconds into this historic. T plus 36 seconds into flight. A great view of.
And we are passing through Max Q.
Telemetry is nominal.
Stage 1
That is maximum dynamic pressure on the wheel.
We're into the throttle bucket. Is the first stage is throttle down power on the Merlin.
They are now in 1 Bravo abort mode.
You're like 20 seconds ahead of me, that's okay.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
I'm so hyped for this boost back.
Faster than the speed of sound as we're getting great views from the first stage camera.
They don't
looking
have
back
the boost back
at
listed
Kennedy
on the
Space Center,
timeline.
Complex
Are we sure this is the
39A.
RTLS?
Stage 1 throttle up. Max Q.
We're out of the throttle bucket.
Stage 1 Bravo.
All right, everything looking good on ascent of Falcon 9 so far. Lifted off from Launch Complex 39A, T plus 1 minute 55 seconds.
IDOT.
Logic for Dragon should have continued.
What?
Are we 100% sure this is a RTLS and not drone ship?
stage to
Because
stage.
they don't have anything listed for boost back.
Chill announcements.
We are 100% sure this is a boost back, so, when on Miko, they don't have a boost back thing, maybe for this. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, actually, it's not a Launch America launch, so maybe not.
Again, great views looking back, and you can see the contrail
Actually,
as
yeah,
we
it
left
is. It's doing that
39A
weird pitch thing
and
that it
the shadow
We have
of
Miko.
the contrail against the
Main
cloud
engine
deck
cut off.
around.
2 alpha abort mode, stage separation there,
3 big sequences.
and evac ignition. Oh, stage 1 flip really quickly.
And then we're going to light the
Holy.
second.
There we go.
We've heard the
Stage 1 boost back startup.
preparation for stage
All
separation.
right.
That's crazy, okay.
Come on, B1080. Give us a good show.
Miko.
Two Alpha.
Stage separation.
Okay, they're at... Wow, oh, alright. There we go. We have the boost back on stage 1 and stage 2 continuing to the ISS with the crew of 4 for the Axiom 2 mission.
Stage separation. We've
You're
lit the
about 30
second
seconds
stage
ahead, but
engine.
it's alright.
The first stage is into the boost back burn, working its way
Hello,
back.
Ian.
You're not late at all.
Yeah, you're definitely not late. We're definitely not halfway into flight.
I've been watching. I know.
Who's on the left side? That's the first stage. Engines running as we.
This
come
is going to
back
be a
the
long boost
landing
back.
site.
Yeah, this boost back burn is like
Second
70 seconds.
stage engine.
Never mind, it just shut down.
Side is we're powering the
The pre-plane
Axiom 2
trajectory
crew
showed 70
into
seconds.
low Earth orbit on the way
Okay.
to the International Space Station.
I'm not complaining.
They're still
Let's
kind
hope to get some
Yeah.
acquisition of signal in Bermuda. We have the grid fins going out on Falcor 9 Dragon SpaceX. We have a good trajectory.
They're still
Completed
cutting
the
their
first of
propellant
3
margins
burns, heading
very,
back to the
very
landing
close.
site. Second stage continuing on power and on trajectory.
Acquisition signal, Bermuda.
I wonder if the crew could see any of the exhaust plume from stage 1 flying
Head
past.
northeast.
No, they can't.
Ground
There were
station.
people outside trying to look for it. I had to break the news in.
Is listening into the vehicle now.
Nominal trajectory.
And the crew here.
All right, stage 1 orienting itself for a landing, but before that we will have a goofy entry burn.
And there's
What
the crew
engine?
on the second stage getting the ride into orbit to the space station.
What if stage 2 just like shut down now?
Stop.
Why couldn't
We're
they,
not doing an Astra.
Why couldn't they have launched this like 3 hours later? Because right now I'd probably be seeing stage 2. Or in like a minute or 2 I would be. Poopy.
Everything still looking good because it's a Falcon 9 mission.
It's definitely gonna land.
It is.
Watch
Coming
it,
up,
watch
we're
it, like,
waiting for the
fall out
next
of the air.
trajectory call out from the
No,
guidance
that
officer.
what?
Dragon.
Watch it,
SpaceX,
Brian, for
trajectory nominal.
Ah, love to hear those words.
No.
Trajectory for Dragon.
Copy. Nominal trajectory.
And maybe even a little bit of excitement in the crew's voice. Commander Peggy Whitson calling back down, hearing that call out from GNC.
Actually, I'm gonna go outside see if I can see the entry burn because that's pretty high actually.
Left side of the screen, you can see the first stage. It's now beginning to orient itself so that the engines are pointed down towards the land as we will be descending towards
Heading
landing
down
zone
towards the
1 and
drone
Cape.
ship.
Oh, I forgot to change that.
4 titanium grid fins have all deployed.
Heading down towards the drone ship.
Acquisition signal.
Did I see it? I don't know.
The first stage
Not drone ship, no.
There.
into the atmosphere following the entry burn, which will be coming up here in another couple of minutes.
Josh would be seeing the second stage.
The right hand
now.
side, the second stage with the Dragon capsule on top.
Alright, we should have entry burn startup in 15 seconds.
Call out of Boston, that's the New Hampshire tracking station, has picked up the signal.
I would
Dragon,
be seeing
SpaceX,
stage 2 right
trajectory
now.
nominal.
No, put it back.
Continuing to make those call outs
I'm
that
gonna
we
look
want to
outside of my
hear.
window.
Everything
Trajectory
continuing to look
nominal.
good. And the crew echoing them right back down.
There we go, entry burn startup.
Good comms with the crew. We've been able to bring some live video
I don't
shots
see it.
inside the capsule as they're headed to space. And there's another view of the crew.
Okay, everything looking nominal.
Yep. Come on, B1080. Give us a good
Stage
landing.
1 entry burn
Oh,
startup.
like this game.
Give us sonic
We
booms.
heard that the startup burn for
coming
that
in hot.
stage 1 booster.
Wait, this
you
is
can see it there on
B1080?
the left-hand
Yep.
side of your screen
Oh.
has now begun.
All right.
Cool.
Stage 1
I turned up the audio for the launch site. Oh wow, there it is.
Burn. That burn helps to slow the vehicle
that's a
down
very
as
quick
it
launch site.
re-enters the Earth.
That is fast.
Holy, come on.
These high drone
You can do it.
70% of the velocity.
Don't mess up now. Don't ruin.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at that.
Whoa, little Buster.
Love to hear that call.
Oh.
Phenomenal trajectory.
Whoa, look at the Griffins.
Oh.
Of planet Earth coming to us from the
Oh my
east
God,
side,
it's
the right-hand side.
landing burn.
Right-hand side, our
Come
first
on.
view
Is it
of
gonna
the
do
Space
it?
Coast once again.
3
This
engines.
booster is attempting a landing at LC1.
What?
Stage 1 transonic.
Don't miss. Don't smack
Landing
that.
leg deploy.
It's gonna do it.
Oh, wow.
What? It did it.
Yay.
That was a CRS-8 moment right there.
We can see the grid fins.
That was genuinely scary.
SpaceX is gonna have to post a full video of that tracking footage.
Waiting for the sonic booms.
Holy.
Standing by to.
And on my stream, a successful landing of B1080 for the very first time. A very, very sketchy landing.
Whoa! God!
Jeez.
There you
Stage
can.
1 landing confirmed.
You can see
The
that
sonic
first
moves
stage
from B1080
has
on its
landed
first
back
ever very
at
sketchy
LZ1.
landing attempt.
This is the first time that
Oh
we
my
have
God.
a land landing. On
That was amazing. An exciting Falcon 9 mission for
Coming up
once.
next will be second engine cutoff or
That-
SECO.
did you see the
and
3
that's where
engines?
after that engine
Yeah,
cuts
that
off,
was amazing.
second stage will coast for a few minutes until Dragon is commanded to separate.
Okay,
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
That was pretty
we
epic.
should have Seco 1 in a few seconds.
I just remembered this is a
Seco
crew
to
launch
occur
at
in about 20
RTLS.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Seco.
The landing was so much more exciting.
Shannon.
Okay.
Copy, Shannon.
I'm
SpaceX
taking that
needs
in.
to release a
Peggy
full
Woodson
booster tracking
continuing
footage
to
video
call
of
out the abort modes.
You could actually see the Griffins like shaking.
that. Yeah, SpaceX needs to release a full video of that.
Pico.
Oh, they're in 0G now.
On time
Seco.
shutdown of that second engine. Also confirming that the launch escape system is now disarmed.
Dragon SpaceX. Nominal.
First attempt.
All right, and there's that call out.
Okay, well,
we can confirm
for
good
Starship
orbital
24
insertion.
student
Copy,
me, that's
nominal
gonna do it.
insertion.
Thank you all for watching
Dragon
another
SpaceX
very
launch
scuffed
escape
stream.
system.